Okay guys, here we go. I did not drill the holes yet for this condenser for the lines. I ran the lines back up through here and I wanted to make sure that my compressor was in and my lines were going to go in the right direction. So I went ahead and decided, hey, I'm going to mount the compressor. Well, I didn't have the instructions, so I called Steve up and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, and he sent them to me. So basically, I spent the last couple hours getting this compressor into place. First thing is this compressor actually has 6 grooves on it. All my other pulleys have 5. I called him up. I'm like, why does it have 6? Can you give me one that has 5? He's like, well, this system doesn't have it, so you're just going to have one that's not going to be used. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to live with that. So it was kind of frustrating until you actually get the grasp of what's going on, what you had to do. Now, the original bracket, which is all right here, right over here, and right down here, and this piece here was for the original compressor. Now, you don't have to take this piece off, but they gave me instructions on how to do it, so I broke off my grinder and I grinded it off, and voila, now it just looks a lot better. So it's really not that difficult. Now what you have to do is this bracket right here is actually turned 180 degrees per the instructions. This part was actually over here because it was turned around. So all you got to do is turn that around, and then you got this, which is the bracket that holds the compressor, screws on right here, and then your compressor slides on. Now this is part of the original, where is it here? This is part of the original bracket down here. I don't know if you can see it or not, right down here. That screws through, and then here's the other part of the adapter bracket that they give you. So basically the only thing you have to do is you just basically have to line these up and drill one hole through this bracket. It's a 3/8. You just bolt this down. I put some vice grips on it, put a pilot hole in it, put a 3/8 bit, drilled through it, is fine. So now I got this all put on here. I got the screws through. I haven't tightened it down. It looks like everything's lined up. It gives you these spacers to put in here. So I put 1, 2, and then on this side I put one right here where my finger is, right there. Now this one here, there wasn't room for it, and the reason there isn't room is because it's basically, I got a spacer right here from the original bracket for the original AC unit. So this one here, I'm not even going to use a spacer on. So I'm going to tighten it all up, make sure that it's all plumb and true, and the belt's going to run true. So now that I've got this and I get it tightened up, I'll be able to just lay my lines up here, which way they're going to go. I think they're probably going to end up going back here, around the intake manifold, back up here, and then screw in right back there where those hoses are. So they'll come here, and then I'll have a couple coming off over here, and over here is where I'm going to have to drill those holes to get the line to go through to the dryer and the condenser. So it's just, I'm kind of jumping around a little bit, but I think in the long run it's going to save me some time. I don't want to misdrill a hole or put a line or a hose or somewhere where it just doesn't, it just doesn't go where I got to backtrack. So, but I got the compressor in. If you look and see right there, here's the power steering, here's the air conditioner, and as you can see, they're lined up really nice. Like I said, I'm going to have an extra groove, but that's just something I'm going to have to live with. So anyways, we're moving along. It's a process, but I hope you're enjoying these videos.